Hi, everyone. My name is Sean Galusha. I am a fourth year journalism major and intern for the College of Science and Math. Today, I'm joined by Katie Rock, a fourth year biological sciences major from San Diego. How's it going, Katie?
Good. How are you?
Really good. So, I want to start off by asking you a little bit about your research. Can you tell me really briefly what you do?
Well, right now I'm part of the Physiological Ecology of Reptiles lab. I've been part of this lab since my first year, and I just help out with whatever projects the grad students are working on. So I've gone out to the Carrizo Plains and helped with some blunt-nosed leopard lizard work. I've done some literature review papers, just like kind of all over the place. I just do whatever.
Awesome. So, can you tell me a little bit about the benefits of doing research and kind of how it helps you out with your major?
Honestly, there's so many benefits to doing research. Came into college with basically a blank resume, and through doing these research labs, I've been able to fill out my resume, get jobs, get lots of hands-on experience. Cal Poly learn by doing.
Yeah, and you said that you have gotten jobs through it. How does it help you with internship opportunities and future like aspects or prospects of going to like grad school and stuff like that?
Well, for going for grad school, I now have like more connections with people I've met through work that I've done in the lab. So that has helped me like come into contact with people that might be able to connect me to grad school opportunities, and also has helped me realize what I'm interested in. I came into college not realizing like I'm not particularly interested in reptiles, like whatever. And then I came to this lab and I'm like, wow, this is actually really cool. So it's really helped in that way. And with job opportunities, it's just given me the skills I need
Hmm.
to.
That's cool. So now you just like how did you like fall in love with reptiles? I guess.
Well, okay, so I came into it thinking like, oh, mammals are great. They're so furry and cute. And then I realized a lot of mammal work is looking at camera traps, and just like looking at like thousands of blank photos of grass waving in the wind, which is fine. But with reptile work, it's been really cool. You get to like really get hands on, catch them, grab them like in your hand and get to actually like work with them more closely. And I liked that a lot. And also, they're just really interesting to me. Like, I feel like there's a lot about reptiles that are often overlooked. People just go like, "Ew, they're gross," but like, I think they're really interesting.
That's awesome. So you mentioned before we started talking that you have a paper that's going to be published later this month. Can you tell me a little bit about the writing process and what it's like to be, I guess, soon to be published as a undergraduate researcher?
Yeah, it's been really amazing. I honestly am amazed that I was able to become first author on a paper like as an undergraduate. The writing process, it did take a while. It was a lot of work, but it was definitely worthwhile. I'm very excited to get published. We were looking at the gender gap in authorship in the herpetology field. And herpetology is the study of reptiles and amphibians. So we were looking at all papers that were written on such topics and seeing like how many women there were, how many men. And we found that there was like huge gender gap with women like being way underrepresented, with like probably about 30% of authors being women and 70% men. I was able to present at the World Congress of Herpetology in Dunedin, New Zealand last winter. And that was a really amazing experience. Cal Poly helped me get the funding, so I was able to go on that trip. And I was able to go with Dr. Emily Taylor and a couple of the grad students, another fellow undergrad, and we were able to present our research at like this conference with people from all over the world. And it was a really amazing experience. I would not have gotten without partaking in this research lab.
Yeah, I bet that sounds like I mean, it's like pretty once in a lifetime too.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to New Zealand, and I really thought like that would be like way down the line, if at all. And I was like,
Hmm.
and like the next year, I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to New Zealand. It was pretty nice.
That's sick. So you also told me before we started talking that you worked as part of the Frost Scholar research program over summer. Can you tell me a little bit about that and what it was like being a part of it?
Yeah, so I did it during COVID, so I had to do mine remotely. And I actually was working on that project I was just talking about with the gender gap. And it worked really well with Frost because I was able to just do it from home on my computer. And then at the end, like getting to present all my data was really cool. Like show everyone what I'd been working on all summer.
Absolutely. Um, so aside from the actual science part of doing research and stuff, what are some of your favorite parts of participating in it?
I think my favorite part aside from that is just all the people I've gotten to meet, like some really amazing people. Some of my very best friends I've met through these labs, and I hope that like these connections continue to last throughout my life. And it's just nice to meet people who have similar interests as you. Like I've like met all these other people who are into reptiles, and so we can just like bond over that. And and you get to go out into the field and have fun with people. And maybe not so much now during COVID, but before COVID. And so that's been really great.
I guess, what is your like best memory of doing research in the last couple of years?
I think my best memory is I don't remember what year it was. I think it was like spring of 2018, like going out to Carrizo Plains and just camping with everyone out there and just chatting around the fire, and then getting up the next morning and just looking for lizards, and getting to like catching lizards is so fun. You get like kind of like a little lasso on the edge of like a fishing pole, and you just kind of like, they don't even notice you putting it in front of their face, and you just like hook them in it, and they just, it's pretty fun. I wouldn't recommend anyone try it without like actually being trained in it, but
Is it hard to do?
there's definitely a learning curve. Like at first you're like, how is this possible? And then you start getting it and it's like, okay. So that's always really fun. But yeah, just getting to camp out with everyone and just share field stories, and it's really fun.
Nice. So one of the more unique things about undergraduate research at Cal Poly is you get to work with a professor and kind of build a working relationship. Can you tell me about how through your research you've kind of grown under mentors and other professors at Cal Poly?
Yeah. I've had like a few professors act as a mentor to me. I've been in a few labs, just like to name a few, like Dr. Ruttenberg, Dr. Prine, Dr. Bean, but like I've mostly been in this reptile lab for the most part. So Dr. Emily Taylor has been a huge mentor for me. I mean, from the first day I was out in the field, she like literally, I feel like she took me under her wing and was like, wow, you're a first year out here doing research with us. And so I feel like, and like from that point on, she's been like helping me get onto projects. She's the one who helped me get this paper published. I never could have done that without her guidance. And so that's been really great. And it's nice because, now you have this connection that you can like reach out to, like, hey, I'm looking into grad schools. Like, do you know anyone? Like, hey, I need a letter of like recommendation. Like, can you help me out with that? And so it's nice to have that relationship.
So now that you are fourth year, what are your plans after college? Where are you going with now?
That's a popular question lately. I'm currently applying to seasonal work, like getting into the field of wildlife biology. It's really hard to get a full-time job coming out of it. So, but like I'm basically just looking for a job like where I like go out for the like summer and help out with consulting work, or like out there like doing surveys for like frogs or something. And I'm just casting a wide net and hoping to get one of those positions. If none of that works out, I'm probably going to stick around slow and help out with the blunt-nosed leopard lizard project still. And then a couple of years in the future, I'm hoping to apply to grad school. I just want to get some experience first so I can make sure that I'm actually interested in what I think I'm interested in before I spend more time and money on academics.
Absolutely. And would you say that undergraduate research kind of gives you a bit of an edge in finding positions or going to grad school?
Yeah, I definitely think it does. It like, so I have this paper that I'm getting published. I think that gives me a huge edge because I think that allows people to see like she's already, done like scientific writing. She's already helped design a project, and I feel like that's a big part, of grad school. So they can see that I've already done a lot of that work, as opposed to, if I've just stuck to my classwork the whole time, they're like, okay, so she has good grades, but like, can she actually like work on like a project of her own? Like, how does that work for her? So I think that makes me maybe a little more competitive. And also just, it's nice knowing like, I think I have a better idea of what I'm interested in now than I did when I came in. Like I said before, I was like more interested in mammals, and now I'm like, okay, reptiles are amazing, and like amphibians. And so it's kind of shifted my interests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely it seems like you're more set up for success now rather than kind of, I don't know, you've already hit the ground running for your future.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I hope
Well,
so.
I think we all do. All right. Thank you, Katie, so much for joining me today and sharing your experience with undergraduate research here at Cal Poly's College of Science and Mathematics. For our audience, you can find more specific information about the college's programs in the links below. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. Thanks.